Good morning, everyone. This is Yanilofer ma'am. I hope you all are fine at your homes and your study is going well. So, as you all know, that we are doing the syllabus of internal assignment 2. Our subject is English grammar, and in today's video, I will explain you the passage that is related to the extra work of English grammar. So, let's see lesson number 28. Topic of the passage is the Coral Island. So, before the explanation, I would like to give you a briefing of the passage. So, it is a story of three friends who have to jump into the sea because their ship was damaged, and what happened to them, how they went to the seashore, and what they have done. So here the narrator is one of the friend who became conscious after a long unconsciousness, and he is narrating the story. Now read the passage carefully. After reading an explanation of the passage, we will see the exercises related to it. When you get back to your senses after being unconscious, you feel like you are in a half waking, half asleep state. So what happens when you get back to your senses after a long unconsciousness? So you feel like half you are waking up and half you are sleeping, but the roaring of the waves put these thoughts to flight, and I was back again at sea. But what happens? The roaring of the waves were roaring loudly, put these thoughts to flight, and I was back again the sea. Gradually, the roar of the surf became louder and clearer. So, surf means the waves. So, what happens? Slowly, the roar of the surf became louder and clearer. I thought of being shipwrecked here, and I thought that I am shipwrecked far away from my native land, and slowly opened my eyes to see my friend Jack looking down into my face anxiously. So, after the shipwreck, I was far away from my native land, and slowly I opened my eyes and I see that my friend Jack, who was looking into my face anxiously, he was very anxious about me. Speak to us, my dear Ralph, whispered Jack. Are you better now? Jack asked to me that. Speak to us, Ralph, he whispered, and he asked, are you better now? I raised myself on my elbow and realized that I had lost a good deal of blood. I raised myself on my elbow, and then I have realized that I have lost a lot of blood. Lie down, my boy, you are not right yet, said Jack, pressing me gently backward. Wet your lips with this water. I'll tell you all about it, but you must not say a word till you have rested well. So, my friend Jack said that, lie down. He said to me, lie down again, my boy. And he pressed my back gently. He said that, wet your lips with the water. I'll tell you all about it, but you must not say a single word till you have rested well, because I was not well at that time. So he was giving me advice to take a good rest. I remember nothing, I said after we were thrown into the sea. I said to Jack that I did not remember anything after we were thrown into the sea. Hush, Ralph, you remember that after the ship was damaged, we three jumped into the sea. I saw the oar strike your head, which nearly made you lose consciousness. You grasped Peterkin around the neck, and in doing so, pushed the telescope against his mouth. So Jack told Ralph that, you remember that after the ship was damaged, we all three have to jump into the sea. I saw that the oar was striking on your head, that the oar was hitting on your head, which nearly made you lose conscious. And because of this, Ralph became unconscious. You grasped Peterkin around the neck. Here Jack is telling to Ralph that he has grasped Peterkin from his neck, and in doing so he pushed the telescope against his mouth. But at that time Peterkin interrupted in between, pushed it down his throat, interrupted Peterkin. Peterkin interrupted and said that you had not pushed the telescope against my mouth, you have pushed it down my throat. Why, there's a distinct mark at the back of my throat at this moment. Here Ralph is asking why there are a distinct marks at the back of my throat at the moment. Well, continued Jack. Here Jack is continue. You clung to him, Ralph, but I saw that he had a good hold of the oar. So I tried to push you towards the shore. So here Jack is telling that Ralph has clung uh, Peterkin. And what Jack has done, Jack tried to push Ralph towards the shore. We luckily reached here without trouble, for the water inside the reef is quite calm. So here Jack is saying that we luckily reached to the seashore because inside the reef the water was quiet. They were not loud waves. But the captain and crew, I asked anxiously, are they lost? I have asked means here Ralph is asking, but what about the captain and the crew? Are they lost? No, I hope the ship hit hit the very tail of this island. So here Jack is saying that tail means the last area of the island, that the ship hit the last area of the island when the lifeboat was tossed into the sea, and the lifeboat was tossed in the sea. All the men managed to scramble into it. I saw them hoist some sort of sail, a blanket, I think, and in half an hour they were out of sight. But the more I think about it, the more hopeful I feel about them. Continued Jack in a more cheerful tone. I have read a great deal about these South Sea islands, and they are scattered about in thousands over the sea. The crew is almost sure to find one. So here when Ralph has asked about the captain and the crew, then Jack told him that they also jumped into the sea, and within some time they were out of the sight. So here Jack is telling that he has read about that the South Sea islands are scattered in thousands of number over the sea, and he was hopeful at that time that the crew has also found one of the island. There was a long silence after Jack stopped speaking. When Jack stopped speaking, there was a silence. For my part, I thought that if the ship had only struck the rocks, we might have done pretty well. We could have got provisions from her and tools to build a shelter. But now, alas, alas, we are lost. These last words I spoke aloud in my distress. So here the narrator was very sad after listening this. He was thinking at that time, if the ship had only struck with the rocks, so he may have the facilities, other necessities, he may have food at that time, but they were stuck in the island at that time, and these were the last words of the narrator. Now let's see the exercises related to the passage only. So first of all, you all have to mention today's date in your books, that is 10 July 2021. With this you have to mention online classwork in your copies. Exercise A is fill in the blanks with words from the passage. So we have to complete the sentences from the passage only. First one is the roar of the surf became louder. So the roar of the waves became louder at that time. Second one is Ralph had pushed the telescope against Peterkin's mouth. So it has been told by Jack only that Ralph had pushed the telescope against Peterkin's mouth. Third one is the three boys had been shipwrecked one of the South Sea islands. So the three boys had been shipwrecked in one of the South Sea islands. Fourth one is they reached the shore without trouble, for the water inside the reef was quite calm. So the three boys reached to the seashore without any trouble because the water inside the reef was quite calm. Fifth one is when the lifeboat was tossed into the sea, the men managed to scramble into it. So when the lifeboat was tossed, the men managed to scramble into it. Next is question answers. So the explanation of question answers I will provide you separately. Now let's see exercise C. Match the words with their meanings correctly. First word is grasped. It means held something firmly. Second one is distinct. It means clear and definite. Third one is scramble. It means move quickly using one's hand for support. Fourth one is provisions. It means food and other necessities. Fifth one is distress. It means a state of extreme sorrow, suffering or pain. Next is exercise D. Fill in the blanks with suitable prepositions. So the first one is the ship came in contact with the tail of the island. Second one is Jack had read a lot about those islands. Third one is the boys were thrown into the sea by the sudden impact. Fourth one is Jack tried to push Ralph towards the shore. And the fifth one is Ralph was struck on the head by the falling oar. Next is make two sentences with each of these words using them as different parts of a speech. So as you all know that a word can be used as different parts of a speech. So we have to use the same word as different parts of a speech. The first sentence which we have made, that is the children were lying on the roof. So here lying is used as verb. It means late now on something. Second one is she told a little lie to her mother. So here lie is used as noun. Lie means here jhoot bolna and it is used as noun. Second word is part. The first sentence which we have made, that is they spent the earlier part of their life in Paris. So here part is used as noun, and second sentence is she parted the curtains a little and looked out. So here parted is used as verb. Next word is wave. The first sentence we have made, that is the third wave of COVID-19 is coming soon to India. So here wave is used as noun, and the second sentence we have made, that is my mother was crying as I waved her goodbye. So here waved is used as verb only. Next word is mouth. So the first sentence which we have made with mouth is he mouthed his opinion on the subject at the meeting. So here mouthed is used as verb. Second sentence is he opened his mouth to speak. So here mouth is used as noun. Last word is land. The first sentence which we have made with land is that taking off is easier than landing. So here landing is used as noun. Second sentence is the aeroplane landed on its correct timing. So here landed is used as verb. So in all the sentences you can see that same word is used as different parts of a speech. So these were the exercises related to the passage which I have explained you. I hope everything is clear to all of you. If still any confusion is there, so you can ask me on the WhatsApp also. I'll meet you in the another explanation video. Till that, keep learning, stay home, stay safe. Bye bye everyone.